Hey everyone, this is Alicia Cooper, Miss Cooper Home Loans. I wanted to go live. Excuse my voice. I actually didn't want to go live because I am hoarse from having such a great time at the Clubhouse to the Real House event in New York. And if you know my past life, I love me some New York City, Brooklyn. I love the opportunity to travel and connect with people both online and offline. But hey, thank you, Credit Goddess. I got to meet Credit Goddess as well this weekend, guys, at the Clubhouse to the Real House event. Kenyatta, I got to see my girl, who, I've really been able to connect with her on a different level. She even, your strong friends need prayer too, guys. She prayed for me and gave me some wisdom when it came to my daughter and experiencing asthma. Sergio, I got to meet him and his wife, and he was so supportive. He even took some really great pictures of your girl while she was speaking. So I thank you, Sergio. Again, the family that I have connected with on the platform of Clubhouse has been amazing. That platform has actually, if you guys don't know, I am a serious Android user, and I say it present tense because I still walk around with my Android. However, this made me switch to iPhone because the iPhone iOS system, I feel like, does just such a better job when it comes to the Clubhouse app. So it made me switch to an iPhone. So it has been, and it's like talking to your friends, right? So if that's what my friends have for me to be able to connect with them, that's what I'm going to have. But the reason I wanted to go live, guys, because I wanted everybody to know about what we have going on. It's still 2021. I know everybody wants to start planning for 2022, but we're not going to throw this away. Yes, everybody, today is my husband's birthday, so I can't be on here long. Thank you for sharing. I will definitely let him know that you say happy birthday to him. I want you guys to know what's going on for this year. Like, what can I do immediately to start preparing myself for what I see my future being? I think I heard Jacob say, another person from Clubhouse, y'all, about talking about generational wealth, right? That's a buzzword. We're all building for generational wealth, but what does that really mean if we haven't even built for today, right? You got to have the right foundation. And a lot of you see me wear this key around my neck. And key means for me, knowledge empowers you. But what's really important about this key to me is my grandmother's key. And she owned a home and she had put some things in place. But I have to build a little bit better. So I'm walking with my ancestors, and I want you guys to know that your ancestors are looking at you and are super proud of you of what you're doing. So let's make sure our foundation is as strong as possible so that we can continue to build, because we're getting a lot of knowledge. But if our foundation isn't right, as we're building on top, that tower becomes weaker and it'll fall over and it won't last the test of time if we don't start with the right foundation. So that's what I wanted to talk about right now. So everybody's hearing, hey, go get you a LLC, have a business, and I do believe you should have those things. But number one, let's start with the one thing that most of us are running from: personal credit. Most of us are running from our personal credit. Stop running from your personal credit. Okay? Your personal credit is a reflection of your character for people who don't know you. And it can be scary because we all have a past. Like I told y'all, when I was in New York, my past, I was a single mom. I went off, before I even got to a single mom, I actually went to college in New York. I came back with a baby. Okay? Like, showed up. My son was born in May. Finished my semester, came home, and I'm at the door crying. Look, my mom and dad like, yo, what's that? I'm like, yeah, about to have a baby in a few days, but didn't want to let y'all know. So, we all have a past, and I had to face my past. I didn't get to become Miss Cooper Home Loans and forget about all those other things, right? There are fundamental steps that I had to take in order to build this foundation so that I can have the life I want and I'm living today. And I believe that when preparation and opportunity come together, it looks like luck. So a lot of you are like, yo, she's so lucky. And it's not. I did have to stop and prepare myself. I had to make some sacrifices. When my friends were doing some pretty cool things and are amazing, I did not get to do them because I skipped some steps earlier on. So I had to go back and face those things. And a lot of times it's a fear, right? It's like when you burn a bridge. You might be thinking, yo, I can never go back and fix that bridge. You can fix burnt bridges. Now, some people may not accept and say yes. But what you can fix is the fact that you are now becoming a bigger person. So you might not be a bigger person to them, but you are becoming a bigger person because you're growing when you can face the things that you have messed up on before. Hope y'all caught that. So with that creditor that you're running from, that you messed up with, and you like, yo, I'm going to leave that there, contact them. Make a payment plan. So let me tell y'all my story. I told y'all I was in college. Y'all, I was flying in college. Gap, I'm going to blame them because they had no business giving me $12,000 in credit. But they did. And I had no business taking $12,000 in credit even though they would give it to me. But I took it. Yo, I had the one that would hit the ground, walking through the subway, my Valora and Jay's. Like, all of this came to me because I was just in New York. And it was like, man, I really hadn't thought about all the crazy things I had done while I was living in New York that I had to face when I came back to Delaware with this baby that I had to fix. So, yo, I'm doing all sorts of things. I hadn't paid rent. I had tickets. There were just so many things that I had to handle. But my mom has been one person who has always taught me something very fundamental. And it goes to the saying is, how do you eat an elephant? You eat an elephant one bite at a time. So we try to tackle these really big things and we want to do it all at one time. And you can only eat an elephant one bite at a time. So what my mom taught me was, yo, contact them and let them know what you can do. So I contacted Gap and I told them, hey, this is what I can do. I can pay $10 a month. And guess what? They accepted that payment plan. And they auto draft that $10 out my account every month. And now my son is 17. 17 years later, I have that same credit card. Because when I messed up, I went back to them and they allowed me to mend the bridge that I burnt. I didn't pay them. I was like, yo, find me. Because y'all got my address in Brooklyn. Y'all not going to find me over here. But guess what they did? And I was able to get it off my credit, but it was still there. So I encourage everyone to start with that fundamental step of facing the things that you are afraid of. Not just for you, not just for your future, but for your foundation, for your ancestors. Do it for them. Because some of us can't do things for ourselves. So if you can't do it for you, do it for your past and do it for your future. Start working on that personal credit. Stop worrying about the credit score. The credit score will come with the behaviors. And take it a little at a time. It takes time. But as you build those behaviors, guess what? You mend some of those bridges over there, you'll be surprised who wants to start a new relationship with you. What credit they want to give you. So first, start with the personal credit. That's hands down. Yes, you can do credit repair. Yes, you can say it wasn't you. Yes, it's tips to that, tips and tricks. But a lot of y'all out there, the same amount of money y'all don't spend on credit repair, y'all could have paid to pay that stuff off. And when you pay it, it's not going to raise your credit score. So let's, another one. You're going to pay it and your credit score is going to stay the same. You messed up. Some of y'all got to learn how to sit in that heat. That's part of being successful. If y'all can't stand in the heat of telling a creditor you messed up and wanting to fix it, what are y'all going to do when y'all got clients and hundreds of thousands of dollars of their money and you mess up? Because no